as you heard, maybe I'm not supposed to be doing a video. Of course, I'm going to err on that side as opposed to erroring on the side, don't give up, keep going. So, anyway, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep going. So, I thought about the beauty of the fiat. All right, everybody knows that money's not real, and if you had parents like mine, you know that money don't grow on trees. Hello, I mean, it got to the point I never really remember asking my parents or my siblings for money because it doesn't grow on trees. So anyway, I digress. Um, I watched a video. Somebody was trying to explain the benefit of using cash, right? The, what the heck? I just pulled my seatbelt off without pushing a little latch in. Um, I was so anxious to get away from where I was. I think I just slid it over. Holy moly. Okay, so I didn't click it in, but it. Okay. So if I passed the camera, it would have looked like I had my seatbelt on because they have the sign that you go under, click it, or ticket. So I think I passed that one. But who? That's the scary thing because if I would have thought that I would have, they could care less either way. They could care less either way. So anyway, what they're going to do, they're going to do away with the paper money. They already got rid of the pennies. All right, even though there are still some around, but I got less and less. I had so many pennies and change and stuff before the big reveal. I got a 5 gallon, and I just started to keep my change in there. But it turns out that so what they're going to do is we're going to go to a cashless society, and it was pointed out in this one video. You know, it had to be inspiration from above because probably wouldn't think that way. All right, so you can usually tell if it's an inspiration if it's coming from a regular guy, right? Or like an old man talking. So I tried to. I wanted to buy something. Oh, I wanted to get some gas, and I'm trying to find cash to pay for the gas and stuff like that. There, my wallet, but it wasn't. It was in an envelope because this had money to. It's their money. To do was use some of that money since they didn't come past today, and I was just going to use it to get gas because in this vehicle, it's a 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo. Uh, it used to get 18 miles per gallon. Okay, so, I guess that's city or maybe 12 city and 18 highway. However, with this new gas, that is not so. So I wanted to get the gas from a place where I have a gas membership. All right, because I save. So if I save $3, and hey, that's not a lot of money, but it's my $3. Okay, all right. So I finally got it together. I got the money out, and it was a 20, and that's enough to get me over here to where I could use my gas card. And uh, it dawned on me an old lesson that I had learned. What they're doing, getting rid of the fiat and trying to turn this into a cashless society, what they're doing is keeping us from taking what we have, selling it, so that the needs, everyone's needs, can be met. So my example is if I have a $10 bill, get $10 in gas, the guy puts it in his cash register, he can use that 10. So that 10 can be used over and over again. Now, granted, you may buy something that it has tax on it. You might still pay tax on it. For example, the state I live in, if your gas is $4 a gallon, our gas tax is so much different. We may pay five. All right, and just like if you are in the West Coast, a gallon of gas is like $9.99. You know what I'm saying? Now that's not bad if you got one of the newer cars or the electric cars. You run sometime on gas, sometimes on electric. Okay, you know how well that's going to go because sometimes you just don't feel like sitting at this electric charger for 20 minutes to a half an hour. Okay, I mean it's perfect if you are a reader. You know you can read a book or something. Anyway, I digress. So what they're doing is keeping us from being able to benefit. It's kind of like they did in 1933 when they took all the gold by force. If you didn't turn in your gold, they found out that you had gold, you're going to jail. Right. And one of the reasons I believe that they stopped taking gold is because if you pay somebody with a $5 gold piece to do your lawn care, okay, okay, well, you got your lawn done, but they got a $5 gold piece, and gold may go up in the next couple of days after they got that gold piece. So now instead of having something that has a $5 value, now it might have a eight to $10 value. All right, so they wanted to stop that, and they wanted to give you the fiat. And also, they came up with another wonderful system that the secure party creditors and the sovereign citizens and stuff are trying to tell you about, uh, where all your bills are paid because they did that. All right, so they just took away something that you could get interest off of. All right, so they had to recompense you for that, which means pay you back for that. So, um, if you have gold, if you bought gold, you see it went up and up and up and up. All right. So now what they are trying to do with the fiat is keeping you from keeping as many people from benefiting from that $110 bill as they did with the gold. All right. So now they're going to go cashless, and some of the plans they have for cashless is another way. I was trying to introduce something where if you use that card or there's a transaction on your card, because all this is going to be done electronically. Cash, credit, and everything is done electronically. Everybody knows your balance. Okay, how much cash you got if they want to hack your account or whatever. But this new system that they have coming up is if you owe something, I guess a credit card or something like that there, since it's a bank that's trying to start this system, which is part of the 2025 agenda, 2030 agenda, and stuff like that there. If you owe, they're going to take that automatically out of your account. Okay? Now, we are already turning into a surveillance state. Sheesh. Which is really foolish because China started it, but they got a billion freaking citizens. So you might want to keep an eye on some of them jokers. But we don't have that many. Our population in the U.S. is 250 million to maybe 350 million. And it's our state or the United States is so spread out. There are so many people. You know, you don't really have to watch them. All right, until they come into a concentrated area, like a mall or something. So I want you to be on the lookout for that. I guess you're supposed to contact your congressman and give them your resounding, that's a no from me, because they have to let you know what they're doing. And if you are paying attention, you can register your no, all right, and let them come up with another plan plans will come to fruition. Because it is written that in last days, they're going to be losing a lot of their influence and reach. So they're trying to set something up now so where they could still be influential. That's all. All right. Because they won't be able to get rid of cash because of the families that benefit from cash. Did you know that they put a letter and a serial number? Whatever that letter is on that bill, that is who gets the interest. All right, that's where the interest goes. It goes to the J family. If you have a bill that starts with the G and a serial number, it goes to the G family. I did not know that, but becoming a secure party creditor, I was influenced by Kahan Tazadak. No, his first name is not Kahan. It just means teacher. Okay? And I like to learn. I've never really stopped learning. Well, if you learn so much, how come you still drive a 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Well, number one, it's unassuming. It's almost invisible. Invisible, and if I had a flashy car, I'm going to draw probably unwanted attention. And everybody knows you don't want to get a white van, new or old, because of the stigma attached to it. All right. So anyway, I digress. It's just a heads up for them that are paying attention, for them that are awake. This is a public service announcement, a PSA. Okay. All right. Love ya. See ya.